All right, today we are doing a deep dive into a very specific corner of the internet. It's an online retailer called Wexden London.
Right. And they promise all the things that, get your attention. Massive discounts, 24-hour private sales.
Deals that seem almost too good to be true. And that's really our mission here for you, isn't it? To figure out if they're legitimate or if this is a modern cautionary tale.
Exactly. We're going to dissect this one site, wexden-london.com, to really unpack the red flags you can use to spot risky stores anywhere online.
So if you just, glance at their homepage, Wexden London looks pretty professional.
Oh, completely. They say they're based in the UK. They have a mission to give soul to everyday objects, which sounds nice.
They even list a physical address, 42 Bellwether Lane, and they take all the standard payment methods. Visa, MasterCard, even American Express.
Yeah, and they even promise to only charge your card after the item ships. So on the surface,
Sounds totally reasonable.
it does. But we have to look past those superficial claims and get into the objective data. And this is where it gets fascinating.
Okay. Despite that professional front, independent reputation checkers have given the site an extremely low trust rating. We're talking 1 out of 100.
1 out of 100. That is
Right.
That's stunningly low. I mean, if they take Amex and list an address, why does the data hate them so much?
Well, the main drivers really point to a sort of fundamental instability. First, we see a very young domain age.
So the site just hasn't been around long enough to build any trust.
Exactly. It's like trusting a pop-up shop that just appeared yesterday. And on top of that, they have a minimal online footprint. You just can't find anything about them anywhere else.
Let's talk about the pricing for a second. The source flagged what it called outrageous discounts, like 70% off limited stock. But why is 70% off a red flag? Couldn't that just be a legitimate closeout sale? How do we differentiate a great deal from, a scam tactic?
That is the critical question. And the key insight here is the combination of things. It's the unbelievable discount paired with intense time pressure.
The private sale language. That's the one. A legitimate deep discount usually has some context, right? A holiday, end of season, liquidation. With Wexden, it's this perpetual private sale that's designed to just short-circuit your critical thinking.
So you act before you can do any research.
Precisely.
Okay, so that's the cold, hard data. But what about the actual people who shop there? This is where the picture gets kind of dark.
Yeah.
Looking at user reports on platforms like Trustpilot, we see these repeated reports of users just never receiving the goods they ordered.
And that ties right into a pattern we see a lot. There's a strong suspicion that the company might just be repurposing old scam infrastructure.
What does that mean exactly? They just buy an old busted site and put a new name on it.
Basically, yeah. It's not high-tech hacking or anything. They just buy the shell, swap out the name for Wexden London, and relaunch. It's a fast, cheap, and a pretty nasty way to start a new cycle of sales.
So when you put all these puzzle pieces together, the brand new domain, the extremely steep, almost unrealistic discounts,
The abysmal trust scores, and then the actual reports of missing deliveries.
it all strongly suggests caution. This is a very risky purchase.
Absolutely. The verdict is pretty clear here. Extreme caution is necessary, and frankly, avoidance is probably the best policy.
So for you listening at home, if you're considering a purchase from any site that's showing these kinds of red flags, you have to prioritize your security. First, always use a payment method that offers robust buyer protection.
Right, like a major credit card or PayPal.
Yeah.
Never, ever a direct bank transfer.
Second, check for genuine customer reviews, and not just the glowing ones they've posted on their own site.
And finally, just be careful. Avoid sharing any personal information that isn't absolutely necessary for the checkout process.
All this raises one last important question for me, based on that professional facade they built. They were careful to provide a physical address, that 42 Bellwether Lane.
Yeah, which is a clever touch, and it leaves a really provocative thought for you to take away from this. In this world of high-risk online retailers, how much weight should you actually place on a listed address or phone number if it hasn't been independently verified?
It really proves that you have to verify the context of a detail, not just its existence.